Hello, this is the documentary of the Puritan religion by Kentrell Clark. Like the Pilgrims, the Puritans were English Protestants who believed that the reforms of the Church of England was still too Catholic, meaning there was too much corruption. The Catholic people tried to combine church and state, which the Puritans hated. The Puritans moved to America in 1630. The Puritans set sail for America. Unlike the Pilgrims, who had left 10 years earlier, the Puritans did not break within the Church of England, but instead sought to reform it, seeking comfort and reassurance in the Bible. They imagined themselves reenacting the story of Exodus. Arriving in New England, the Puritans established the Massachusetts Bay Colony in a town they named Boston. Life was hard, but in this stern, unforgiving place, they were free to worship as they chose. The Bible was centered to their worship. Their church services were simple, the organs and all musical instruments were forbidden. In England, they had to be Catholic, and they hated it. And they hated the Catholic people. But the Catholic people hated the Puritan people as well. The Puritans were strict Calvinists. They were followers of the reformer John Calvin. Calvin taught that the God was all-powerful and completely sovereign. Human beings were deprived sinners. God had chosen a few people for salvation. The rest of the humanity was condemned to eternal damnation. But no one really knew who he or she was saved or damned. Puritans lived in a constant state of spiritual anxiety, searching for signs of God's favor and anger. The experience of conversion was considered an important sign that an individual had been saved. Many opinions started to come up from some of the Puritans. Two members of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, Roger Williams and Anne Hutchinson, challenged the religion's authority of the Puritan Commonwealth and threatened to destroy Withrop's vision of a city upon a hill. The colony survived, but over time its religious favor diminished. Scholars disagree about when and why this happened, but it did. The Puritans themselves found it difficult to maintain society in a state of creative uncertainty. They didn't know what was going on. In 1679, a Puritan synod met to deliberate the causes of widespread spiritual paralysis. Blame was assigned to an increase in swearing, a tendency to sleep at sermons, sex, alcohol. The town just made a great corruption, and upon occasions, even their breasts were shown. They had sex a lot. Most telling, and the increase in lying made lawsuits, and they challenged each other, and it was not a very Christian place anymore. Thank you for listening.